Yo, what's going on, Geek Corner members? This is your boy, Earth Mac, the mad scientist.
This your man's infamous. What is good? It is so good to be back, man. It's good to be back.
You already know what it is, man. Listen, you already know you changed the name. We're no longer Pro Wrestling Talk Live. We are now Turnbuckle Talk.
That's
That's
go.
what it is. That's what's going to be from here on in, man. Shout out to our now 412 subscribers out there. Shout out to you guys, man. We appreciate the support. And if you want to support us financially, you can always go to our Patreon. The link is in the comments or in the description below. And if you want access to the digital magazine, which drops every other month, that's the only way you can access it is through our Patreon, because through our Patreon, it funds everything that we do here on the YouTube channel. Speaking of the YouTube channel, any other content that we might post on YouTube, the Patreon subscribers get it first. So that is another benefit of donating to the Patreon. And it's only $5 a month. Okay. It's only $5 a month. And if you want to go to the higher tier of $15 a month, then you have access to all of our digital magazines from present all the way in the past. So every single issue. So you didn't really miss any of the issues if you do the $15 tier, because you can go back and look at previous issues and all that other stuff. On top of getting access to YouTube content before it even airs on YouTube. And I think I got all the legalities out, right?
One more. Everybody, jump into the Discord.
That's
Please
right.
jump into the Discord. And the reason is we got some real brilliant minds in that Discord. You dig?
Yeah.
So please come on to the Orange Phoenix Discord.
That's right.
We got wrestling, entertainment, comics. Again, wrestling. Come to the Discord. I promise you won't be disappointed. Legalities, check.
Yes. Oh, well, you know what? Forget some things. So I posted 2 videos this week. I did an unboxing earlier this week for Union Arena Hunter. Did we pull a valuable card or didn't? You got to go check out that video. Now, today, another video was posted as far as me rising up in the ranks in Tekken 8. So go ahead and check that out. But we got a jam-packed show for you guys today, man. What's going on? Infamous, you know, I run the Fan for Pretty Daily Slow-Mo movement.
What up, Max? What's good, player? Man, let's just say life good, man. Wrestling, WWE being on Netflix, AEW being on Max. For starters, let me tell you something. Their first time on Max, I was not disappointed with the quality. I had no lag, no nothing.
Yep.
Same with WWE on Netflix.
Right.
Wrestling is taking off, and it is taking off in a good fashion. I'm pretty sure at some point I have a good feeling it may not be taking off, which we're probably going to talk about to some point. But hey, what about you, Matt Scientist? What's good with you?
Well, man, I'm ready to talk about what we're going to talk about tonight, and that is Penta Acero Miedo making his debut in the WWE finally. And we heard the rumors, and it was like the worst kept secret in pro wrestling because we all knew where he was going, and he made his debut. So how did you feel about his debut? Because I want to hear your thoughts first before I even go on my soapbox.
I like seeing him in WWE. I do.
Right.
I don't like his music. I'll be honest. I don't like the music because based on the music that we heard in AEW, it was like his AEW music was dope. Now I would say the music that plays it's more suited to what is the name he went to when he went back, I guess, to his old with the tombstone and everything. I'll always forget it. But it was more rock. I didn't like the music. Now the entrance itself with the black and red, I was cool with. I hope he doesn't stick with black and red because this dude's got some really dope color. He's got some really dope designs with his mask. I'll never forget that Joker mask that he had, that Joker paint and the Joker mask that he has. But it was cool to see him. I thought it was a good match between him and old boy. Always
Chad Gable.
Yeah, with him and Chad Gable. I thought it was a good match with him and Gable because one, let's be honest, Chad Gable can wrestle a can of chicken noodle soup, and it's going to be a quality match. It's going to be at least a 4-star match.
Of course.
So I mean, me personally, I like the match. Again, I don't like Penta's music. I don't like that he's going just by Penta. I like the Penta El Zero Miedo, the whole name. I love all of that. But at the same time, to see him there and where he did it, it was in LA. That Latino population in California.
Well, it was actually in San Jose.
Oh yeah,
it was actually in San Jose.
That Latino population, it's huge. So I mean, to have him there finally, of course, like you said, it was the worst kept secret. Another worst kept secret. Whenever he can get released, will be Rey Fenix, and then of course to add them to that tag team division with DIY, Motor City Machine Gun. Who else? A-Town Down Under. I mean, you've got teams over there. You've got teams in this tag team division now. That's quality. Yeah, and at least it's SmackDown. So I mean,
I'm gonna tell you this, man.
I was happy.
What the only match that I'm looking forward to when it comes to Rey Fenix and Pentagon Jr. is the Lucha Brothers and the Usos, because that joint right there, like I don't think cinema is even the word for it. You understand what I'm saying?
That's pay-per-view only.
Yeah, that's gonna be cooking. You understand what I'm saying?
They squabbling out there now. Yeah.
Listen, that's what that's gonna be. Hey, they're gonna be squabbling. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's gonna be something to see. That's gonna be like a dream match, and you already know they're gonna build this thing up to like high heaven storyline wise and everything else. Notice though, okay, WWE has a whole style, right? Hence the name Penta. That's all you got, Penta. Mm-hmm. But you only saw one Canadian destroyer in that match. Well, sorry, Mexican destroyer in that match. And they actually told a story in the ring. And I think that match went for like what, 20 minutes?
Yeah, I'm about to say that match went on for a little minute.
Yeah, even cut off some time from other people, but who cares? But so it showcased everything Penta was able to do. Like, for people that don't know who Penta is, this man is a AAA veteran. Legend. Champion. You know what I'm saying? Lucha Underground champion. You know what I'm saying? He even wrestled Io Sky. You know what I'm saying? Like he had feuds with women too.
Everybody can get them hands when it come to him.
Yeah. And man, so you think it's be a good match? Think it'd be a good match? It'll be a few years too late. Nah. It won't. It won't. Pentagon has not slowed down because he has a certain style that he has. Rey is more like, I don't want to put them in the same category, but if you look at Pentagon and Rey, Pentagon is more like Matt Hardy, more of a slower pace, but he's going to get his hits in. And Rey Fenix is like Jeff Hardy. He's the one that's going to be flying all over the freaking place. Even though Pentagon does the same, but you know, he does it differently. He's the older brother. And for people that don't know who Pentagon Jr. is, a lot of people know Rey Mysterio, and they kind of stop there, right?
Yeah.
Rey, Pentagon.
Bruh, I'll tell people this right here. And I'll be honest, I'm not fully 100% versed when it comes to luchadors, especially out of AAA. But if you take a look at the list of guys that are down there, to the casual wrestling fan, it's Rey. They stop at Rey. man, if you look at, you can go back and look at some old WCW Monday Night Nitro matches. Guys like me and you, we grew up with Juventud. We grew up with Psychosis. Hell, La Parka,
the chairman of WCW.
Yeah, you can even put Conan in there. Conan was a luchador in his heyday. Then if you go back now, if you go and you look at some of these guys, there was a fella in WWE one time named Sin Cara. Now he went by the name of Mystico.
Yeah.
I think he's going by the name of Mistizes now, or something like that.
Yeah, something weird.
But if you take a look at him, now his WWE days weren't that good.
Yeah.
But his old AAA and his current AAA days, oh my God, he is tearing it up down there. He's been tearing it up. So I mean, I would tell folks, yeah, you've got Ray. Ray is like Ray is like the pinnacle of luchadors because he's done it for so long. Yeah, he's had about 11 knee surgeries.
Yeah.
But Ray can still go. And if you take a look at the guys that are down in Mexico, I mean, for starters, my parents took a cruise. They went to Mexico one time.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are treated like gods down there.
Yes, like Penta is one of the richest people in Mexico.
Yeah,
so him jumping ship from AEW to WWE had nothing to do with money.
Nothing.
He didn't really need it.
You see all them kids he got? It ain't got to do nothing. It ain't got nothing to do with money. How many kids he got? About 3, 4?
Yeah,
like he's not struggling on money.
Right. And the house? Bro, like he ain't hurting for money. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't had nothing to do with that.
They're not hurting for money.
Nah, like you could throw money at that man and he could have been like, yeah, that what got him. Nah, we got that. We don't need your money, bro.
They got chips. Like if you see these guys in plain clothes, of course they go have a mask on. Real quick side note to our viewers, Infamous, I spent the better part of about 2022 trying to find this dude's face online. You ain't gonna find
face. You never saw this man's face.
Like you can't even find like vital records on him or Ray Phoenix. That's how serious it is. That's how serious being a luchador in that mask is to these guys. You Google that man, his real name don't pull up. It pull up his Pentagon. It don't, bro. I mean, when I spent all of 2022, I'd say if not 22, 21. And I've said it on the show plenty of times when I went to Jacksonville, bro. I'm sitting there looking at him, trying to see if I can make out his face. I had a damn good seat, but it was, you're not going to find any records on the Lucha Brothers because that's how serious they took this whole identity thing. And again, I'm with you. Money, they got these. Look, these boys got chips, man. You see them in regular clothes. Yeah. They're not wearing sweats. No, they're wearing they're wearing that real Ed Hardy joint, not that fake Fred Hardy crap me and you'll probably put on. No, they wearing the real stuff. They got money, bro. Like, oh, is that cashmere? Yeah. Like, the finest of fabrics. You understand what I'm saying? The finest of fabrics. They got money, bro. Yeah, it's no secret, man. It's like I never seen a man bleed through a mask before. I seen it with Pentagon. His greatest match I've ever seen to me, not singles, but tag match, was him, Ray versus Young Bucks in the steel cage at All Out 2021. Oh, that was such a great match. That match told a whole ass story. You understand what I'm saying? That was cinema. Yeah. That was straight up cinema, man. And the way from the entrance to them doing the match to the end of the match, how the match ended, what happened during the match. That was just a clinic. That was a clinic. And I was like, boy, tag team matches are back on the map because that right there, to me, I don't remember nothing else about All Out 2021 except for that tag team match. That was a great match, bro. Yeah, that was a great match. I go back and watch it sometimes, but like that's a testament to Pentagon's greatness and what he is. And some people are like, nah, he ain't really on Ray level because, we know Ray because he's on WWE, he's on WrestleMania, blah, blah, blah. But no, Pentagon is right here, if not here. Like, it's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Like, that man,
Go back and watch Pentagon Jr. versus anybody. Just say Pentagon Jr. versus on YouTube, and it might pull up AAA stuff. It might pull up some other stuff or whatever. And obviously, HBO Max have his AEW matches for 2019, and they're going to add more stuff on there, obviously. But
again, folks got to go back and look at like even some of his AEW dark matches. Dope.
Yeah.
Dope is all get out. And to be real, man, I miss AEW Dark.
Yeah, I miss Dark Elevation. Dark Elevation was actually my deal.
I miss both of them. AEW Dark, because see, you had, what was it? Monday was AEW Dark Elevation. Tuesday was Dark. Wednesday was Dynamite. Thursday you took the day off. Friday you had Collision.
Yeah.
No, my bad. Friday you had
Rampage.
Yeah, you had Rampage. Saturday you had Collision. Sorry, that wasn't too much wrestling for me. That was plenty.
No, it was right on point, man. So this goes into Tony Khan's fumble. All right. So this is where I'm gonna get on my soapbox just a little bit about Tony Khan's fumble. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna sit back and look at. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna let you cook. Sit back and let you cook.
So listen, you gonna let me cook? You gonna let me
tell
cook?
y'all?
Yeah, you know what's amazing about this?
I gotta get you that red velvet, bro.
Yo, so I got a question. During Pentagon's stint in AEW, have you ever seen a mask on sale from AEWshop.com?
Ooh. WWE has a long history of selling masks, boy.
They sold that bitch before his first match.
So
you mean to tell me you couldn't market that? You could sell those masks on AEWshop.com and it wouldn't get sold out for Penta El Cero Miedo? You couldn't do that for Ray Phoenix. You could do it for that. Fumble. We don't know what happened between Penta, Ray, Tony Khan for them not to re-sign with AEW, which leads to fumble number 2. These are your day ones. These are your staples for your tag team division.
These are building blocks right here.
These are your building blocks. And there's been times where Ray Phoenix was the international champion because, something went, sideways or whatever. There have been some times where Ray Phoenix got hurt his arm, and Penta still was rolling. Had some matches, had some feuds. He had all these things going on. This man was on TV almost every single week. But you mean to tell me you couldn't figure out a way to re-sign these individuals? Now, I partially blame Conan, and here's why I say that. Because Conan has been very vocal about AEW, like on the internet, like through his podcast, they do, what they don't do. I'm like, listen, bro, if I'm not employed with this company and my boys are, I'm not going to go hard in the paint like that, considering the fact that my boys are contracted with this said company. Like, I'm not going to go off like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So people are looking at Tony Khan like he's a bully because he's tacking on injury time for Ray Phoenix. Yeah. Truth be told, that is in people's contracts. At least what I know with AEW. Like, it's an option to add that to your contract, right? So as a individual what you are signing, right? So, like, yeah, from a fan standpoint, is it a shitty deal? Yeah, it's a shitty deal. But you know what you signed because you read what you signed. You know what to expect. And on top of that, you're still getting paid. So there's that too. You know what I'm saying? So you got that. So a lot of people like want to compare AEW WCW. That's not really a fair comparison because financially, they still making money. Because I want to say, estimated, allegedly, they're making like $3 million a week from the HBO Max and TBS TNT. But where it's glaring though, which leads to other fumbles, I looked at the first AEW show. The attendance was over 14,000 people.
That's too many.
Over 14,000. Sold out. You sold out Arthur Ashe Stadium multiple times. You brought in CM Punk. You made your first $1 million gate. You making money hand over fist. Now you go from 14,000 to now 4,000, 5,000. You know what I'm saying? And you like, what the hell has happened? Because you know why? Because Tony Khan shotgun books, which leads to my other rant. Collision. We know the Death Rider storyline, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was John Moxley's mission statement? Like he hate what AEW has become.
Yep.
I'm gonna change this shit because people just out here holding their job, making money and yada yada yada. Nah, we ain't about that life. We about to bring AEW back to what it was. Now tell me, why the fuck would you pair him and the Death Riders and the Learning Tree together in a tag match against Powerhouse House, the Outrunners, FTR, and Colt? Known for well, Jericho is the complete opposite of what John Moxley is talking about.
Complete opposite.
Complete opposite. And why would you advertise that? Because Death Rider is supposed to take over AEW, right?
They're
Like,
a whole team within themselves.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So there was like in my thought process, I think there was at least 3 attempted takeover angles, and it started out real strong. The Death Rider started out real strong, shot and all. Bryan Danielson almost died on live TV.
For real, almost suffocated the dude.
Yeah, with a plastic bag. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm sitting there watching it. I was like,
yeah. Look, there was no music playing. There was just silence. And then the show was over. I was like, ooh, we got something here, bro. We got something.
I said, look. I was sitting there like Tony Khan and walked in the kitchen, and he just sprayed some Pam in the pan, boy. I was like, yo, he about to go to work.
He gotta go to work.
And he kept. And I was like, you know what? This Death Riders thing, there hasn't been a really good takeover storyline in years. All right, it's not only is you got John Moxley. John Moxley is built for this storyline. You got Marina Shafir. Marina Shafir basically is like she's basically your modern day China.
Yeah.
You got Claudio. I would like to see Claudio become a lot more lethal than what he really is.
Because he's capable of doing that.
He is. You got Yuta. Yuta's coming into his own. But I'm tired of seeing Yuta get thrown around. I want him to not only come into his own, but I want him to be more physical. The one person in there, Pac just look here. I like the fact that Pac is who he is. Pac is the only one that always shows up in his ring gear. So he's ready to go on the spot.
He's a bastard.
He's ready. He look, Pac is ready. If you tell Pac, you got to face such and such. Ring the bell.
I'm gonna break his arms clean off. That's it. So
you put the brutalizer.
Right. My thing is, so the whole Young Bucks takeover angle when they pile drive Tony Khan or whatever. Now, rumor had it, I don't know how true this is. The rumor has it that he stopped that storyline because he don't want nobody else thinking that they, other people to think that somebody else was booking the show or whatever. Man, I don't give a dang about who booking the show. It was just good television. My thing is this. You fumbled Cody. Well, Cody wanted to go on his own, so I can't say fumble. So Cody, Jade already had goals of going to WWE because she wants to be in movies and stuff, which is ironic because MJF is in movies and he's still there. And Swerve has been in movies too, and he's still there. But Jade will be in movies. Like that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Jade, you fumbled Ethan Page. But I feel like Ethan Page got some shots too, because he wrestled Kenny Omega. He wrestled MJF in his home state. Whatever the case be. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Penta, Malachi Black. You got Miro there. You got all these individuals. And you shotgun booking because you want to do these dream matches. And Road Dogg said it. You can't become a global entity just by pro wrestling alone. You can't do it. You can't do it.
He is currently fumbling Starkey, baby. He is currently fumbling Ricky Starks.
Man, listen. I don't understand how you fumble somebody like that. That dude is a
I don't know.
superstar. That dude will be, if he goes to WWE, he gonna be the modern day Chris Jericho. When Jericho popped up on Raw that for the first time, and we did like that whole countdown situation, he gonna be that.
If he goes to WWE, and to be honest, you could put him if you're gonna put him on a brand.
Yeah.
This is why I like to see him on SmackDown. His mic work, and with him, I'm really hoping I see him at Royal Rumble. I probably won't.
Yeah, you probably won't see him there.
If he were to go to WWE and be on SmackDown, and he knows and he's real tight and knows the likes of Cody, he comes out and start doing his mic work. He might even get his mic work is so good he might get Roman Reigns to break in the ring.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna go straight to the main roster. I think he's gonna go to NXT first. I wouldn't be mad. Yeah, I think he's gonna go to NXT first. So my thing is, the thing that pissing me off about TK is that he's becoming what he hated. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are becoming Vince. That's what you're becoming, because you're becoming someone that ain't listening. But I think he is kind of listening out, because like the hardcore fans of AEW, they've been kind of vocal on the internet, especially when he announced that matchup on Collision, that 10-man tag, and I'm like, where in the world does this make sense? Because this don't make sense at all. Like, this ain't it's supposed to be a new age in AEW, because this is a new year in AEW, because you started with Max and everything else. Bro, it ain't rocket science. Hire a creative team. We're not asking you to be like WWE, because WWE is its own entity. They have their own style. They have their own wrestling style. They have their own way of doing things. But you can have your own creative team to have talent input on how they want their stories to be conveyed. Because one of the glaring issues with Moxley, because he said this, is that with Dean Ambrose's character, Dean Ambrose wouldn't say that. But then the creator be like, well, Vince say he's going to say that, so that's what it's going to be. We're not asking for that. We're asking for creative where there's input within the characters, and you got an ongoing story that branch. Me and you can write a better storyline, because right now the main event tonight is Powerhouse Hobbs versus John Moxley for the AEW World Championship. If it was me that had the pencil, Hobbs would beat Moxley tonight.
Straight up.
Yes. He's giving him the Lex Luger Hulk Hogan treatment in WCW Nitro. Shock and awe. And didn't have people from AEW, like the locker room, come out,
clear out
this man, and like yo, and have him hold the title for a few more months. And then when he wrestled John Moxley again through a nefarious way, beat Hobbs, but here's what you do. You bar everybody from ringside for Hobbs versus Moxley, right? Hobbs got Moxley on the ropes. Then you might have Ricky Starks or Miro pop up, because they're not part of the Death Riders. And boom, more specifically Miro, because you got two big dudes there. So now Hobbs drops the title to Moxley. However, Hobbs is still in a title picture because he's already been World Heavyweight Champion. Mm-hmm. Now he's in a feud with Miro. Miro is part of Death Riders, or whatever the case may be. Now Moxley can have his feud with somebody else. Hobbs can have his feud with Miro for a few months, and then you keep that ball rolling. That's easy.
Look how easy that is.
That's easy. You know what I'm saying? That's easy. The next pay-per-view is what? Full Gear, I think.
Yeah.
And that's in March. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wants to have his fingers on the pulse so much. It's very frustrating. Like, he is definitely becoming somebody that he hates. It's not, the money is being made, but the attendance sucks.
You know what he's becoming? He's becoming somebody who's not a wrestling head.
Yeah.
And you are one, though.
He's a historian.
You love wrestling. You're a huge historian of wrestling. And here's the thing, and this makes me question him being a little bit of a historian now. If you're such a historian, history shows the way you're moving does not it does not put you on top.
No.
Now what you need to do, just hire. It ain't like you need a bunch of guys, because to be honest, I seen a clip of Chris Jericho about to hit Dax Harwood upside the head with a belt.
Yeah, that was trash. That was trash.
And if you go to Twitter, everybody says the same thing. Tony Khan, what is this? And it's, for starters, Chris Jericho, that sun is setting, my friend, and I'm a huge Chris Jericho fan.
Right.
But that sun is starting to set a little bit. When it comes to these storylines, Tony Khan he's got fumbles. You've named them. But what his obvious but weekly fumble is these storylines.
Yeah.
And I mean, you've got matches, and I get it. Everybody loves the sound of, for the first time ever. Bro, for example, the whole Hook running after the patriarchy, it's been going on for about 3 or 4 months now.
Yeah, it has been. It has been. But I think that's good pace for Hook and Christian.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good pace for Hook. It's not like Christian needed. All I need Christian to do is come out and say, "Shut your mouth while I conduct my business." Every time I hear him say that, I was like, "That's heel work right there." Yeah. Telling y'all to shut up while I do my thing. So I mean, TK's got fumbles, but like I said, his weekly fumble is the product, the storyline. You've got a roster full of stars. Cope is back now. Cope is back, and he basically, if it's not going to be for the title, which I'm almost certain Hobbs is going to lose tonight, but I'm about 100% sure of that, because Cope is in the picture now. Unless Cope is here just to take out the Death Riders and not worry about the title, we all know that's not going to happen. We all know it's not going to work like that. So, I mean, I wouldn't have put Cope in there yet unless he's just simply trying to destroy the Death Riders and not worry about the title. But we all know where this is going.
Right. Here's the other thing that pisses me off. If the plan, because I vaguely remember that fateful night with Bryan Danielson and how Darby Allin looked and how dejected Daniel Garcia looked and everybody else, like the young talent looked. I'm almost certain the plan is for Darby Allin to win this thing at All In, right? So tell me why you allow this man to go to Mount Everest, to climb Mount Everest over the next couple months, risking his life, even though this man is slated to be a world champion, allegedly. Oh my God. Oh! Tell me. Like, where does that make sense? Why would you mess up the bag like that? And I know Sting tried to talk to Darby Allin. I know he did. Because he said it. Darby Allin said it. He's like, yeah, but, you know, you're going to make his own decision. Don't fumble your bag, bro. I'm not saying this man loves this more than pro wrestling, because that I feel like that would be a lie even saying that. But if he's going to do that, then you got so much other young talent that can take the reins to actually do that. Yeah. My vote, just like for me, my vote is for Powerhouse Hobbs to win tonight. That Lex Luger treatment. That do that. You know what I'm saying? And you can at least hold that title for like the next month and a half or whatever the case may be. And he can beat people ass. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, defend that title, have title matches, beat people ass. Noticeable people too. You know what I'm saying?
Not scrubs,
but it's noticeable people, and just have him on TV. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't hard to get a creative team. It ain't hard for you to get your hands off the pulse and just back up. Pay-per-views, you can handle those.
Yeah.
You can handle pay-per-views because you are Mr. Pay-per-view. Every pay-per-view have been worth $50, has been worth the price. Like, straight up. You know what I'm saying? It's your weekly product that has been lacking. Like, you paying over the crowd, and bro, it's like a shell of itself.
Yeah.
Like, it's very, very frustrating. Derek, what's up, Derek? What's going on, bro? He said TK has been influenced by Dave Meltzer's philosophy on pro wrestling, being a former Wrestling Observer Junior correspondent, which is primarily NJPW and Mexico, which isn't conducive to the masses. Absolutely, positively right. Because
not one lie told.
Dave Meltzer don't hold a goddamn lick of weight. Okay. And I look, as a journalist, he's cool. But his opinion and what's going on, it really don't mean a grain of salt, because when you look at the people on Twitter or whatever the case may be, and it's going to sound contradictory when I say this, it's a small percentage of people. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about 5-star matches. Kurt Angle even said he never had a 5-star match. But we know this man had 5-star matches.
We know he had 5-star matches, Kurt. You know, that's probably you being humble and don't want to admit it.
Right.
Kurt, you had a ton of 5-star matches. Cut it out, sir. You real goatish, Kurt. And if he happens to be watching this at any point, I'm saying this so he'll know it. You real goatish, Kurt.
Right. No doubt. Like, bro, your talent, your roster is bloated, bro. You have all the resources to literally be the number one wrestling company in the world. And he don't. And it's almost, this is where he lacks. He lacks character building. He lacks the creativity or whatever the case would be. But you got people there that have that creativity. You got people there that you can hire for that said creativity, so you can continue to flourish this business to bigger and better things. Like, it ain't hard. That's the frustrating thing.
He's got everything. You've got the superstars there. You've got the fan base left, or what's left of it, because they're getting pissed off what they're seeing. And more so, again, you got the superstars there. You've got Kenny Omega is back. You got Okada, Hobbs, Moxley. You got Ray Phoenix on the roster because you added on time to him. You got Darby Allin. I'll put it in Darby Allin's clause. If you take your ass up there to Mount Everest, you're gone. I'd put it in his clause. I put it in his contract. I'd say, if you carry your ass to if you go to Mount Everest, you take your crazy ass up there, though. You go 10 feet on it. You out of here.
You out of here.
Out of here.
You know what plans we got for you going into next year, my boy? You really want to jeopardize those because you want to climb Mount Everest? No.
They had to call Cope to come deal with him. Dude, I'm almost certain, I don't know if Cope was part of the plan, but if Darby hadn't went to Mount Everest,
I'm pretty sure he was. He was always part of the plan.
But see, at the same time, I mean, you've got 4 guys in the Death Riders. You add on Darby Allin, somebody who's loco, and to be honest, as small as he is, he can somewhat go toe to toe with the likes of John Moxley. He can definitely go toe to toe with Pac.
And hold on, when the last time Pat, Yuta, and Claudio defended those trios titles?
Dummy, yeah. Dummy, yeah. Dummy, yeah.
We spent more time seeing Yuta not wanting to be with those guys than they've defended those trios titles. It's right. Like those trios titles. Matter of fact, here's a question: when the last time you seen one of those trios belts?
I seen it last week. They wear it, but they haven't defended it. You know what I'm saying? It's like come on, bro. Like what we doing out here? What we doing?
Because those are AEW trios titles, right?
Yes. So there's no more 6-man titles for ROH either. So there's no more of that.
We somewhat used to have a division almost, because and this is where the Gun Club was important. The Gun Club was a really good trio tag team, even with Billy's old behind.
But Billy went over the Acclaim. You mean the Gun Club was just
even when Billy was with them, they still worked as a trio. Like, if you go back to those AEW Dark days, and look at their record, those jokers only lost like maybe 1 or 2 matches as a trio.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
their record was impeccable.
And don't fumble that bag. You know what I'm saying? Don't fumble that bag.
You fumble. Look, if you fumble a Gun Club, you know where they're going.
Yes.
Them boys ain't even 30. You know where they're going.
Ain't even a second thought. Look, I mean, granted, they're all former tag team champions. They're all part of the Gun Club with Jay, but I don't know. Maybe I think one of them is dealing with an injury or something like that. I don't have the specifics on that. I think so. Yeah.
I'm telling you now.
But they should be going straight back to the tag team division. Like the minute they get back 100% healthy, straight to the tag team division they go, and going right into the title picture. Put them back over there.
You fumble the Gun Club, they're going to NXT. They're on a first thing smoking because NXT could absolutely use some tag team help over there. If they leave AEW, Sean, they don't have a 90-day non-compete clause over there at AEW. If they leave, look,
actually, neither one of them do. I don't think, not anymore.
If I'm right,
I could be wrong with WWE, but AEW definitely don't. Your contract runs out, and it ends. It just doesn't get renewed. They don't do releases. They don't release people, and oh, by the way, you ain't got no job tomorrow.
They go
kind of like that.
Man, them boys gonna mess around and go to the indie circuit for about a month, and they going to NXT, and then watch them run NXT over there.
Yeah, that's easy money. That's easy money. Look, it's like we said this ad nauseum when it came out of Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor is really in essence your NXT. That's your training ground right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, train that new talent, all that new talent that you have that you're not utilizing. Boom, put them on Ring of Honor, and make sure Ring of Honor is on TV. You could make a deal with HBO Max to make sure it's on HBO Max. It could be on HBO Max only. It could do that. You know what I'm saying? So, bring Athena to the main roster. Once she dropped that title, put her to the main roster, which I think that's what's going to end up happening. I think it's going to be Athena and Mercedes at All In Texas because Athena is from Texas. So I think that in itself is going to move tickets. So, again, this is not rocket science. You know what I'm saying? You got it right in front of you.
Yeah.
Right in front of you. All you got to do is just say, here you go. And I'm going to back up.
Man.
And for God's sakes, let somebody work on that AEWshop.com with that merch because some of that merch is trash.
Oh, and it's been trash for a while.
You know what I'm saying?
It's been trash for a while.
Yeah.
Because I've actually got an AEW t-shirt in my drawer in my bedroom.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
And when you do, I guess, the little meet and greets or whatever.
Yeah.
When they came here to Columbia, you had the Hardy Boys. Everybody was ready to see them. You also have Thunder Rosa. You barely advertised Thunder Rosa. And if I'm right, she was the champ at the time, if I'm right. I have to go back and look at my picture on Facebook. But if I'm right, I think she was the women's champion at the time. And you didn't hype her up because of the nostalgia of the Hardy Boys. Me personally, them boys from right out of North Carolina, right up the road from me and you. So look, I was amped to meet them, but at the same time, you got Thunder Rosa, who was really carrying your women's division. Matter of fact, that night they came, that was when Tony Storm showed up.
Yeah,
that same night, and they didn't advertise Thunder Rosa. I mean, look, I was happy to see her because I'm a fan.
Yeah,
but they didn't advertise well. So I mean, it's fumble after fumble by TK.
Yeah, and Derek Mitchell says all 27 matches Dave Meltzer gave 5 stars in 2024. 22 were given to AEW, CMLL, Rail Pro, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and Noah. The reason Rail Pro has one because Will Ospreay wrestled, and WWE, TNA, Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling has one each. So I mean, in a way, it's kind of like biased journalism. I mean, it is what it is with that standpoint, but hopefully things change. If we see some kind of shift on tonight, there's a little bit of hope, man. Now before we jump off, man, you already know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if you're a new person coming in, because on this channel we talk about all things of geek culture, not just pro wrestling. Wednesday night is pro wrestling.
Yeah,
but, definitely Wednesday night is pro wrestling for 7 p.m. Myself and infamous Albert Staley You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button. You know, currently I know I'm not looking at the YouTube channel, but before the show started, we was at 412 subscribers.
Woo.
And it's crazy how we jumped up. So touching on a little bit of news, Corey Graves. So Corey Graves has been a little vocal about little quick minute about being demoted, moving over to NXT, because it was said that he wasn't, his words, wasn't famous enough to, you know, move over, I guess, to the Netflix show, and he's been pretty annoyed. And he has not been on. He was supposed to be on the NXT show yesterday, and he was not on the show. So there's been some talks of legitimacy of him being really annoyed, and it's okay being annoyed for work. Even though you resigned last year, you could be annoyed.
Yeah,
like, because Corey Graves is one of the best commentators that WWE has, and I feel the same way that he does. For him to get moved or replaced by somebody else, like I think what Tessator or whatever name is.
Yeah,
you could. Hey, he could go.
You can pull Joe up off of there. Put Corey on there.
Yeah,
get Joe up. Matter of fact, yeah, you can definitely get Joe up off of there. Get Corey on there. Corey,
hey,
you can definitely get Joe up.
He said, "You're my guys." Playing Uncle Jerome.
Teach the man how to squabble.
Hey man, listen. Hey, one time for the one time.
Teach a man how to squabble.
Hey, you gotta teach your man how to squabble, man.
Teach your man how to squabble.
But I feel like the same like Corey Graves, man, because he's done so much, he's contributed so much at the commentary desk, and he was a performer. And I forgot, it was like a career-ending injury.
What in a neck injury?
Or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And he pivoted and became like one of the best commentators on WWE. And I do look forward to his, you know, the way he speaks. Like, he's up there with Michael Cole, man. I mean, you know, Michael Cole been there for decades, you know, for decades or whatever.
He's probably one of the best dressed commentators that you're probably gonna see.
Yeah,
because that man, look, that Joker swag ain't never weak, bro.
Speaking of commentary, I will say I do like the commentary savvy last week for AEW Dynamite. I do like that. I did appreciate that. Listen, Mauro Ranallo, please come to hey, listen, have him come to AEW, bruh. Imagine Corey Graves over there in AEW, man. Leaps and bounds. It's like there's levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything. If you observe what WWE does, do I like everything that WWE do? No.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Penta would probably be the sole reason why I watch Raw. After I watch that Penta match, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, for Wyatt 6, now with them going to SmackDown,
yeah,
I know I'm definitely gonna be watching. I mean, I already watched to see what with Roman Reigns and everything, but now that the Wyatt 6 is over there, I will certainly be watching even more.
Concussion issues. That's it. He had concussion issues.
Oh wow, damn.
Yeah, but hey, Corey doing his thing, man. It's just like it starts with the commentary desk, because color commentary, they can make your character. They can make or break your character. Like the way they speak about your character, whatever the case would be, they can hype your character up. They can do all those things, right? Nicknames, all that. You know what I'm saying? Pat McAfee does a phenomenal job. You know what I'm saying?
They basically end up becoming part of the story.
Right. And the way they follow talent coming out to the entrance, and showing the crowd here, whatever, the camera angles, that matters too. Like all those things. One of the things that I really did like about AEW, they did it once or twice, and I felt like this should have been ongoing, is when Renee was in front of the ramp and they like had the camera on her like this, and she was talking. As she was talking, music hit, and somebody was coming out to get ready to go wrestle, right? As she was talking. It felt like a UFC fight. That's what it felt like. You know what I'm saying? I think it was Eddie Kingston that came out or whatever. And he came out, he like speak, say, "Yo, what's up, Renee?" Boop, boop, boop. And then, you know, talk his trash and he go into the ring. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's different.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. We don't know what we're talking about.
We don't. We just two wrestling fans running a show called Turnbuckle Talk.
Yeah.
Which Tony Khan We are absolutely available and willing to do your creative for you, and we'll do it right. And folks will be happy with the storylines. It's going to make sense. We're going to make it long term. If we start in January, we won't be fit. Look, somebody's storyline ain't gonna end until at least August.
Yeah, and give me the women's roster. That women's roster is fat, boy. You understand?
Yeah.
That women's roster is loaded.
They
with some
loaded.
talent. They loaded out here,
They
man.
loaded.
I even rehired some people. I just re-signed some people. Hey, give me this one. Roll it back. Run it back. Run it back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy money, man.
And some of these guys that are dominant, I'm going to make sure they look dominant.
Yeah.
I don't feel as though TK does that enough either. Another fumble. Yeah. He doesn't. Now he makes the women look dominant. He's not having somebody who like Nyla Rose. Yep, we know Nyla Rose's background, transgender.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he'll have her in there, getting her behind whoop as she should. If somebody's got to jump on her, but at the same time, he allows her to look dominant. What's my other girl name? Chris Statlander. Chris Statlander is a full-on load to deal with. I mean, this girl was strong as a bull, man, strong as an ox. We finally see her look dominant. Willow looks dominant. Yeah, she'd be all happy-go-lucky and everything, but once she has her role going, Willow was almost unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
And we see that from them. We don't see it from everybody like we should. But that women's division in the right hands, I mean, that women's division is loaded from top to bottom.
Hopefully, Massimo Carnage tonight, because I want to say there is a casino gauntlet match tonight with the women. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, we get to see women we haven't seen in a good bit that showcase what they can do. Because I do like the concept of the casino gauntlet, because everybody's in the ring and whoever pins that first person, they're going to get it.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. But we'll see, man. But either way, man, that's our show for tonight. Man, Infamous, man. You got anything else for the listeners out there, bro?
Yeah, man. Real quick, shout out to Boogie Blends. Shout out to Vito. Of course, shout out to the man with the master plan that makes a lot of things happen with his hands. The mad scientist Earthsmack for the platform. As always, I'm giving flowers. They're giving flowers where they're due. And again, 412 subscribers, bruh. Making moves. I love it. And thank you for everybody that tuned in.
Yeah, man. And make sure y'all tune in and support AEW Dynamite. Look, I know we've been critiquing Dynamite, but like we don't want Dynamite to go out. We don't want AEW to go out of business. That's what we do not want to do.
We don't, because WWE went quite some time without real competition.
Exactly.
They went years without some real competition after WCW pieced out.
Yep. So we want them to be the best they can be. Yep. Not number one, tie for number one. Like be as good. You know what I'm saying? If not better. You know what I'm saying? But tonight, man, listen, it's gonna be a lot of action, man. It's gonna be a lot of Massimo Carnage, man. Somebody gonna get their ass whipped out here. Whipped. So that's what's gonna happen, man. Shout out to Powerhouse House, man. Hopefully he get that dub tonight. So until next time. Oh, by the way, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern time, myself and Boogie Blends will be talking all things of geek culture outside of pro wrestling. So, we're going to be reviewing Sakamoto Days, which came out on Netflix this past Saturday. So we're definitely going to be jumping on that, amongst other things, and gaming news and all that, everything else in between. So tune in tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time, live. So until next time, y'all. Peace.